Good evening. My name is Ruth Koha James. I am the founder of the Koha Girls Incorporated. Koha Girls Incorporated is a 501c3 tax-exempt public charity and Massachusetts nonprofit corporation. Our mission is to empower all girls and women to achieve their set goals and to become productive citizens. Our purpose is to serve underserved girls and women, and by creating a welcoming environment that promotes diversity in culture, in racial and religious activities, and to provide programs that support their education, building self-esteem, self-discipline, self-care, and healthcare. Our programs could be a one-on-one conversation, or it could be a group conversation. All we want to do is to empower girls and women to thrive. So tonight, I am going to be having a discussion with a friend of mine that I met a year ago. So tonight, we are going to be discussing about Madam C.J. Walker. Madam C.J. Walker was one of the first Black female in America to be a millionaire, self-made millionaire. She made hair products, and we will be discussing her and talking about the Black girl hair. The Black girl hair sometimes becomes a challenge for her self-image and also for her comfort, because everybody wants to touch her hair, feel the texture, ask her whether it is her real hair or how did it grow long or did she cut it short. So it is a challenge, and we want to discuss this with the aim of helping someone out there that is perhaps struggling with how to wear her hair, how to maintain her hair, or how to just feel comfortable in her natural hair, or how she wants to wear her hair. So today I'm talking to Shirley P. Shirley and I met a year ago at Medco, and we have since maintained that friendship. And so tonight we are going to be discussing Madam C.J. Walker, the self-made millionaire, Black millionaire in America that started to work on, that made hair products. And hair seemed to be an issue for the Black girl, because from people touching her hair to pulling it and asking her if it is her hair, if it is her real hair, it's a problem that is an issue that most of us Black girls face. So let's watch a clip on Madam C.J. Walker, and then we can have a little discussion, okay?
In 1910, this woman became the first self-made female millionaire in the United States. She was born to former slaves, orphaned at age 7, a mother by 17, a widow by 20. She was Madam C.J. Walker, and her road to such success began with hair loss.
Madam C.J. Walker in the late 19th century in St. Louis was losing her hair. There was no big line of hair care products for Black women or white women at the time. People usually used home remedies. And she began to experiment with other products. She tried them. She eventually came up with her own formula. And by developing this system, essentially, of washing your hair and applying an ointment, her hair began to grow back.
She said the idea for the ointment came to her in a dream. Telling a reporter, "A big Black man appeared to me and told me what to mix up for my hair. Some of the remedy was grown in Africa, but I sent for it, put it on my scalp, and in a few weeks my hair was coming in faster than it had ever fallen out. I made up my mind I would begin to sell it."
She traveled door to door, town to town, teaching individuals in churches and in people's parlors and wherever she could.
She started the business in 1905 with $1.50 to her name. By 1910, she had 5,000 people working for her across the country and was earning $7,000 a week, nearly $175,000 today.
So the more she trained women and the more she taught them to train other women, she was developing a national and really international network of women who were Walker agents.
So Walker enlisted her agents to not only sell beauty products, but to spread her philanthropic and educational efforts as well. She set up clubs and conventions with the goal of instilling self-empowerment in African American communities.
She saw that women could make their own way, become economically independent. They could be calling the shots, and that was really pretty revolutionary at the time.
March On, celebrating women who changed the world.
So that's Madam C.J. Walker. From hair loss, something great happened. And what was inspiring for me was the fact that the products were not even here. They said some of it was in Africa, and she sent for it in the early 1900s. I'm not sure how she sent for it, who brought it for her, how it came.
Yeah.
But she did it.
Resourceful.
Very resourceful. And the thing about it is that she said she had a dream. And this big black man told her what to put in her hair. So dreams, when we talk about Black history again, we think about dream, we go to the I had a dream speech with MLK and everything else. But she had this physical dream that someone showed her the products to put in her hair, the whatever it was at the time, raw products to put in her hair. And she said it was growing afterwards. And then she decided not to keep it to herself, but to share it and to make a business out of it. What do you think about this?
I think part of that is so raw and genuine, and that's something that's missing today. Because if someone has a link or an answer to something, they usually keep it to themselves. Whereas before, not only can you help someone, but you can also grow a business and become, the first woman to do something.
Absolutely.
So it's just using her excellence, her resourcefulness, her just phenomenal. It's just phenomenal.
Absolutely. And, women didn't have too many rights at that time, or maybe had none at all. And for a Black woman also to raise up to that, to go up to that height, I think it was just, it's got to be something. And her business, her entire business is like she extended it to places of worship. As you know, that was the consolation for most, Blacks, like those days, even probably now, going to church and just depending on God for most things that we can do for ourselves. But she just, bloomed and grew and expanded. And from having $1.50 to her name, she started, like employing people afterwards when her business started to bloom. So the Black girl hair, it's another problem. We do so many different things to our hair in order to keep it looking good, maintaining it and stuff like that. And, some people, it is a problem to wear your hair out open. What would you say to a struggling girl out there? Maybe that's having hair loss, like Madam C.J. Walker was, and going all around looking for something to help, grow her hair back. What would you tell that person?
My words of encouragement would be that this is temporary. It's not forever. It's a temporary setback. It might not feel good and it might not, be what you want, but we're going to overcome it. You're going to overcome it and you're going to be able to help thousands, millions of women later because of your setback. So keep your eyes on God, keep your journey positive. Keep your heart positive, your heart open, because it's only temporary.
I like the temporary part. I really like, the fact that you say that it's temporary, because even with and sometimes, especially for girls and women that, probably don't have their comfort hairstyle, sometimes it's hard to find your real fit, what really, you want to do with your hair. And you go from one extreme to the other and people look at you, oh, did you grow your hair today? Oh, did you have a haircut? You know, or is that your real hair?
This was my whole youth. This was my childhood. Of course, I had braids, I had extensions, I pressed my hair, I permed my hair, you name it, I had it. And so my mom went to hair school, so I was her guinea pig. I had 3 sisters. We all had every style in the book. So I used to go to school, and I went to a predominantly white school, and people would say, "Oh, Shirley, your hair grew. Shirley, your hair is long. What happened to it?" And what would you answer a white girl who's touching your braids, knowing that your hair cannot grow 12 inches overnight? And they're
Exactly.
still asking, "Oh, how did you do it? Can you show me?" It's like never ending. My answer was always, "I got my hair done. These are extensions." Always have to, teach them about our culture, teach them about our lifestyle. And it's always a teaching moment. It gets frustrating. You get tired of, trying to teach people about how to understand, how to be, culturally sensitive to what you have to do to look professional, to fit in, maybe.
Right, right,
But you can just take it as a teaching moment.
right, right. Thank you for sharing that. See, I didn't grow up in this culture, so most people have the hair texture, my hair texture. So we will do our hair, leave our hair natural or perm it or do braids or whatever. Everybody understood it, you know. And we left from sometimes, from cutting our hair short to growing it out to doing different things. But then coming in this culture, there's certain places like when I work in Boston, nobody really cares. Like, you can wear it anyhow. When you leave from there again and people look at, what's on your head? It's like Whoopi Goldberg. This is hair, they don't call it thing. They call it hair, So it's still, like you said, a teaching moment, and it's still, a learning moment also from our end. It's sometimes an embarrassing moment for us, the questions that they ask, the way they go about things, the way people want to hold your hair and touch your hair and sometimes pull your hair. And I say sometimes, like, you don't really play with a Black girl hair, if you're not careful, something might happen. It might, a piece can leave
Absolutely.
it.
Absolutely.
you know?
And the way I don't want to run my hands through your hair, so please do not run your hands through my hair.
Exactly,
It's part of
exactly.
my body, so if you're touching my hair, you're touching my being, my
Right,
personal private space.
right,
You
right.
don't have my permission.
Exactly, exactly. Yeah, I really do appreciate you sharing this. And I hope that, we can begin to find our own space to express how we feel about our hair and how we feel about other people, invading our personal space, especially the hair of a Black girl. You really don't want to be touching or asking too many questions. Curiosity, yes, you can check some things out and or have a very good, one-on-one conversation and learn. Learn, ask, like, how do you people do your hair? What is this or that and the other? But just not, pulling and prodding and asking if you grew it one day or if you cut it short another day, and then 2 weeks after you see a long hair again and you want to know. It's just, it's a lot. It's a lot.
And also, let's not criminalize girls who want to wear the hair the way it grows out of their head naturally.
Right.
That's
Right.
important because girls, for a long time during my childhood, it was popular to perm your hair, to change it, to make it, nice for white eyes.
Right.
That's not my job. I don't have to
Right.
change who I am to, you know, lessen your fear of me.
Absolutely. I am
This is
so glad that you brought that out,
this is
because
the way
that's
my hair
another
grows out of
problem
my
too.
head, and this is the
Exactly.
way, I'm gonna wear it.
Right.
I'm not
Right.
gonna change its texture to make you happy.
Yes, yes,
Hmm.
yes. I'm so glad that you said that. I'm so glad that you mentioned that. So thank you so much again for your time. And
Of
let's
course.
do this some more. Talk about other topics,
Anytime.
talk
Of
about other
course.